elevating and linker. Jermaine Griffin says, well, if Kobe can't do it, maybe it's my turn to take over. I'm the second leading scorer on this team.
Definitely. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Mell from Queens Sports Talk, and you tuned in to WGJS Radio. Yo, thank y'all for just hanging out with me this Saturday. Feel free to reach out, call 347-410-8077. That's 347-410-8077. Always want to get y'all feedback, whether you agree or disagree. Hopefully, I agree with everything I'm saying because, everything I'm saying is just facts. So I ain't talking no opinion, nah. But call in, support the show. We're going to be talking about a couple things today. I know last week we was talking about Deshaun Watson and Roger Goodell being under pressure. And it seems like now, pretty much, man, he got the feedback. He just trying to just please people. So he appealed, the 6-game suspension. So just recently it's been overturned. So now Deshaun Watson, he gets 11 games, suspension. I really don't like it because I feel like, as I was saying last week, I just feel like the NFL just got too much control over the players. I feel like their president, the Players Association is trash, like one of the worst in major sports, man. It seems like the NFL players always get like the worst deals, man, out of all the sports. And the funny thing is that, they probably one of the most, dangerous sports. You know what I mean? So when you're talking like guaranteed money, when you're talking about players, man, like it's good to have a good, Players Association, president. And this whole thing with Deshaun Watson, to me, is just foolishness. And I'm watching like some of these. I watched a show, and I watch how like a few of these analysts, commentators, whatever you want to call them, they were trying to really drag it. They really be dragging the situation. And my thing is, we don't know like what really happened. Nobody was really there. We don't really know what really took place, right? So we know this is all civil. No criminal charges have been pressed against Deshaun Watson. He's not facing any time right now. Everything is just all civil. That means it's all about money. If you want to make it plain and simple, it's all about the money. That's the proof, because I always say it's like, if somebody did something wrong to you, why would you first just go for the money? Why not just go to the police, make a complaint, do what it do? But a lot of times, these people run for the money first, and then maybe like the charges and stuff come. But at the end of the day, we don't know. We just everybody's assuming. And I don't like the fact that, he got to be punished just because the way it looked. He already missed a whole entire season last year, and now he about to miss like another 11 games. So it's just crazy. I feel like it's disrespectful. There's so many narratives, and it's disrespectful. It's a lot of hypocrisy from the NFL, because as we always talk about, man, there's a lot of athletes who that's not colored, that had allegations in the past, and their future is a lot brighter, it seems like, than Deshaun Watson, as far as like how the media treat them, how other platform treats them. So, it's a sad situation. So there it is. I don't think it's really nothing else to say about that. That's 11 games out the window, man, for Deshaun Watson. I mean, he still getting paid his money, so it's probably no big thing to him outside of the narrative. But you know how they do. They make you go through these classes and therapy, and, you probably got to sit with we don't know, man. They put you through a lot of craziness, man. But hopefully, if he is guilty, hopefully, like, it'll come back in some way, and he paid a penalty for that. I'm not okaying anything. I would just base on, every time I base my opinion, I just base on my opinion of what was already said, what's been put out there, and for the most part, it's like nothing really, said he was guilty. So I was basing on that. So hopefully he get things together, or whatever. Those girls need to get things, and females need to get things together as well, because it's like a whole situation with everybody based on what I was reading. So it's a lot of gray areas, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. So we're gonna move on. Football season is right around the corner, so it's just right. I know everybody excited. We ready to go. Sunday's about to be different. So I'm gonna do also Mell for Queen Sports Talk. We're gonna be doing like a lot of coverage on Mondays. Just kind of tap in. So stay tuned for that. And also, man, it's been a big week. LeBron James finally signed. 2 years, $97 million, a little over $97 million, man. Cause he almost making like almost $50 million a year, man. Like, man, I was like, dang. I remember like back in the day watching the book, like, because, for a long time, Jordan he was making more money in endorsements than he was with his NBA contract. But once he started winning, he started like pretty much doing these 1 year deals as well. He might get like $25 million a year or $30 million a year. So, he was doing his thing. But now, man, the money that these players is making, I mean, to make almost $50 million a year is like almost unheard of in basketball, but it just shows you how much revenue, the NBA is getting or is creating, or the sponsors and everybody that's invested in it. So it lets you know, man, that the money is there. Like, people could say whatever they want, the money is there. And I'm glad LeBron, he read up. So I think that put him at like $532 million for an NBA career, which is like the most all time. So made the most money all time, played the longest, averaging 20 points, unlimited stats. Is a possibility he might be to play with one of his sons, both of them look like they definitely D1. I don't know about Bronny being in the NBA yet. I think if he get like another inch or two, I know LeBron want to play with his son, but, I don't know. I think if he grow another inch, he'll be all right. Because Bronny's game is different than Bryce's game. Bryce's game is more like he be on beast mode and he has the size. Like Bronny, he plays a game, but he's too small to play the type of game that he's playing. That game he's playing now, you can't play that game in the NBA at like 6'4", 6. If he get to 6'6", then I'd be like, all right, he's ready. But he could play that game in college. But I feel like Bryce is the one that's a little bit more. You can see he's already almost ready. And he's a younger brother, where as far as like you can see Bronny is still learning. Bronny is still growing, so I see a lot of steps he made forward this year. That was good. I just want to see a little bit more. I'm going to bring y'all some footage this week as well. We're going to upload some footage. I was at Lincoln Park. They got the playoffs going on now. And Holy Cross, they was balling. And they lost. Carmelo Anthony's son was out there, Cayenne. He was balling with them as well. He actually looked pretty good, out there. It seems like he played at his pace. It seemed like everybody was playing street ball, and he just had like that NBA game. If you know the basketball game and you watch him play, he was like picking his spots. He's playing the mid-range game. He really wasn't forcing it. I mean, he's really not that athletic. He's really not that quick, at least not right now. Real slim. Haven't really fully developed yet. But, he's like a splash brother out there. When he open, man, or when he shoot it, it's splash. Like nothing but the bottom of the net all day for the most part. And like I said, he got a handle. He can shoot. He got a nice mid-range game. But yeah, he definitely. I think he's definitely could be D1. And if he continue to grow, and get a little weight on him, he'd be looking at another NBA player. So it's good what they doing, what LeBron is doing, as a player, as a business person, just invested in the community. So that's all good. So with that being said, when he signed his contract, I was wondering, like, does LeBron know something that we don't know? Because the Lakers roster still needs some work, still need a lot of work. So I'm just trying to figure out what they're going to do right now, because it seems like this Russell Westbrook, Kyrie Irving is still like up in the air. It's like they talk about it, then they go away. They talk about it, they go away. If I'm the Lakers, I'm not giving up anything extra. To me, it's a straight up swap. Kyrie for Russell Westbrook. That's just that. If you don't want to do that, then maybe I give you a second round pick. But I'm not giving up 2 first-round picks for Kyrie Irving. So if the Nets think they're getting that, they're going to end up holding on to Kyrie Irving. And with a new coach, I feel like the way I'm hearing things is that he's going to have a little bit more control of the team. I don't feel like I feel like the Lakers had more control when Jason Kidd was on that bench. I think Jason Kidd don't get as much credit as he deserved when the Lakers won that championship. If you look at what he did with Dallas since he left the Lakers, I always wanted Jason Kidd as a head coach over what's your man name that just got fired, man? I can't even think of his name right now, man, but from the Lakers, yeah. Can't even think of his name right now, but I wanted Jason Kidd to be the head coach over him. But when they were in the market, I did see that Tyronn Lue was a potential candidate. And I was like, you know what, that'd be all right. That'd be all right. Frank Vogel. I think it's Frank Vogel. Yeah, Frank Vogel. And they went with Frank Vogel. I guess they was thinking like defense, defensive mindset. But I just feel like, man, like some coaches just don't have it. Like they can coach you, but they're not the type of coach that longevity wise, man, it's gonna get the best out of plays. Like if you look at coaches like Phil Jackson, if you look at certain coaches, they go to the championship and they got the team ready and they running it back. I don't know if Vogel and Westbrook really knew what to do with one another and how that plays out. But that was a big thing right there. That was a big thing for me. So I'm glad that LeBron read up with the Lakers. It's just that I don't know, man, what they're gonna do now, man. I'm hearing there's a possibility they're waiting for Kyrie Irving around the trade deadline. They try to pick him up around then, just to run it back to see what they got going on. But like we was talking about last week, man, the NBA, the West is gonna be a lot crazier this year. You always hear about the Clippers every year, man. The Clippers are like always gonna be the little brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? Of LA, of California. They always gonna be the little brothers. So I'm looking at Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, and John Wall. I'm like, yo, they might got something over there. You know what I mean? But it's the Clippers, man. So it's like, I don't know. It's the Clippers and the Cowboys, man. It's like they always mess up. Those two teams, man, it's like they're going to find a way to kind of not make it happen. But at least the Cowboys got a couple chips underneath their belt. You know what I mean? A few years ago. Clippers, man, they just always little brothers. They should just go ahead and move. Matter of fact, they got a new arena coming. So once they get their new arena, maybe they get a chip, but they ain't getting nothing. As long as the Lakers and the Clippers in the same building, Clippers ain't winning no games, man. They ain't winning nothing. So, but they got a good roster, man. I think it's gonna come down to probably the Lakers, the Clippers, and Golden State. The West is gonna seem like it's deep, but I don't think it's as deep as people making it seem. It's a 3-team race. If you got LeBron and AD healthy, that's one. If you got Steph, Clay, whoever their third option is, that's 2. Then you got the Clippers. Ain't nobody else beating them. I don't care. The Suns, they taking the back seat now. They had their little run for the last 2 years. They might as well just pack it up. They done. Ain't nothing going on. Denver is going to be Denver, as always. You know what I mean? They just going to just play, get a couple wins, and it's a wrap. Who else? We got Dallas. They're going to be same thing with Dallas. They're going to play. They're going to play their game. Then it's going to be a wrap. You know what I mean? They really be pushing Luka, but at the end of the day, man, Luka is like. Let me say it like this: like, I feel like they always searching for like that next bird. Like I feel like with Luka is like he's good. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like they be kind of like putting him over some plays where I don't know, man. I ain't saying he's the best young dude in the West right now as far as player wise. Like, I don't even. It might sound crazy, but I don't even know if I would take Luka over Brandon Ingram. Now somebody might disagree. Somebody might disagree, but I feel like the thing is with Luka. See, here's the thing with these European players that I don't like. I feel like the NBA need to have the same age limit as like the European players, because the thing is with Luka, he already been playing professional basketball, so the game is already slowed down for him. So you see what he's doing, but if you look at his speed, that he ain't gonna be able to maintain that. Like he's too. I feel like some people may say he puts up numbers like LeBron James, kind of right at a young age, which is true. But the difference between Luka and LeBron is that he's not athletic at all. Like it's but so long you're gonna be able to do those moves where you can't get around people with that first step. What made LeBron great is that he can get out in transition, he can run the break, he can pass, he can do all of those things. So it kind of helped him. If you really throw a zone out there on Luka, what are you gonna do? Because he's not athletic. He's not gonna be, playing above the rim. He's not really a slasher. He gets to the hole, he get called, but that's more like backing you down type. So I don't really see Dallas going too far. I like Luka though. He's a good player. But I'm trying to think who else. Memphis, man, they all right. They had a good year. Some teams, when the West is bad sometimes, some teams get a chance to shoot up to the top. And because of the injuries early on to the Lakers last year, and because Golden State started out without Clay, Memphis and the Suns were able to kind of jump out early. But Memphis, they're going back to being Memphis. I don't even know why they put – this is the worst – let me say this. This is the worst Christmas schedule, man. I feel like in a long time. Like, these teams is – come on, man. Like, and that's one thing I say about this Christmas schedule is that's why I feel like maybe Kyrie's definitely going to be traded and Kevin Durant. Because how you not going to have Brooklyn on a Christmas schedule? That don't even make no sense, man. Think about it. Who want to see – I like Ja Morant. I'm a Ja Morant fan. I respect Ja Morant. But I don't want to see Ja Morant and Steph Curry on Christmas Day. I just don't. You know what I mean? Some people do. You know what I mean? You see, you want. Hold on. We got somebody. You want to jump up here? Oh, man. You want to jump up here, man? Let's talk about it. When I said about Ja, man, I don't know. He said he want to see Ja. I want to know why he want to see Ja on Christmas Day. Because I'd rather see Golden State versus like a Brooklyn. I'd rather see Golden State versus the Lakers. Like,
how y'all doing? My name is Drew.
It's good, Drew.
Ja Morant, he's just that next big player. You know what I mean? I don't want to say he's the face yet, but in a few years he's definitely going to be the face of the NBA. You know what I mean?
Now, here's the thing about Ja. I like Ja a lot, right?
Yeah.
But here's the thing with him, to me, and you tell me what you think.
Okay.
Players like Ja, they don't win you championships, right? And they body take a toll. So if you look at players that kind of remind me of Ja, you probably look at John Wall,
Westbrook,
mm-hmm. D Rose, right,
and they all got injured.
Yeah, they all got injured.
I see what you're saying.
It's like they put so much pressure, jumping, doing all of this. It's like, I don't know what it is about.
I'll say this, they very fun to watch.
Yeah,
now
definitely.
That you talk about it a little more with the injuries and stuff, maybe they aren't built for a championship, but I don't know. I definitely got them making it to the conference finals this time.
This year?
I'm not gonna lie. This
Wait,
year,
hold on.
I'm telling you.
Because we're going to have to keep this. Hold on. We're going to take a picture of this. We got to screenshot this. We're going to have to stamp
Grizzlies
this.
and Warriors in the conference finals.
In the conference finals?
I think so.
So you got the Grizzlies. Hold on. I want to say a couple teams to make sure.
All right.
So LeBron and AD, if they healthy. And they say, you know what I mean? So you got them over the Lakers and the Clippers?
First of all, I definitely got them over the Lakers because the Clippers was always being the Lakers, always, and that's a fact. So the Lakers, they got the media and stuff, but they just not that team no more, in my opinion.
Okay.
They always gonna be just the Lakers. You got Will Magic, it's the dynasty team, but right now the Lakers is That's it.
But here's the thing about the Lakers though, they was injured like the last year the last 2 years. Last year they was injured.
Yeah.
And the year before that, AD got hurt in the playoffs.
Right.
So I'm like, my thing is this: if you telling me LeBron is healthy in a series, and if AD is healthy and he can kind of play a complete series healthy,
right? I don't know. I just feel like the Lakers are not that team no more. I mean, they're a good team, but I think that era is done. That's it, man.
But here's my thing.
Yeah.
Was the Clippers ever that team?
The Clippers, they was never that team.
Memphis.
The Clippers was always being LA though, no? I mean, the battle for LA, aren't the Clippers always being the Lakers?
Well, over the last few years.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
But that's real LA fans, they don't care about that. The media might be to play around with that.
Right.
But the LA fans, like, let me say it like this, that's bigger for the Clippers.
Right.
Like if you look at the diehard LA fans and they lose to the Clippers in a regular season game, look at like Snoop or Ice Cube or one of them where they're be like, come on, man, it's the Clippers, man. Like you know what I mean? So they don't really press it. But here's my thing. Now I know you like Ja.
Yeah.
I don't feel like Memphis is good enough to bring that excitement for a Christmas game, man.
You don't think so? They just blew the roof off the place in the series. Sorry.
I feel like
that was, in my opinion, that was the most entertaining series to watch. Every Grizzlies series that was in the playoffs, that was the most entertaining game to watch. Obviously, besides the finals, it's Warriors and Celtics. But when it came down to the most entertaining, I felt like it was, any Grizzlies game.
Oh no!
You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to think right now. Who can I say? For me this year, I say.
So who you got winning the championship coming up, or at least making it to the conference finals in the West?
In the West, I think. So let me say it like this: because of the gambling, I believe in the gambling and all that. Mm-hmm. I do believe that. I know in the times past, people might have said, "Oh, things probably been fixed." Mm-hmm. I think more than ever is fixed now because
like rigged?
Yeah.
Really?
Back in the day, they used to say some games was rigged and referees made calls and different things like that.
Yeah.
I think more than ever now is the time to do that because with the betting, you can bet on games in quarters.
Yeah.
You can bet on the half. You can bet on your players. Mm-hmm. And I'll be watching them sometimes. It's like, yo, a player might need like one bucket to kind of get some points from somebody.
Right.
And they're like, a couple seconds left, they'll go shoot a three.
Right.
Or they do something crazy. I'm like, why you? That don't even make no sense. You know what I mean? So money-wise, so we talking about money. I'm gonna go about the money.
Okay.
It got to be the Lakers and Golden State.
Okay. In the West. Okay.
In the West.
Okay.
So a lot of those other teams, until they make like elite, I can't really put them out there like
Lakers
that.
and Golden State. All right. So you got one in that series though. In my opinion, I got the Warriors winning that one.
Let me see. So here's the thing. If the Warriors ain't got Kevin Durant and then the LeBron team is healthy, nah.
He said Warriors with Kevin Durant, I'm dead.
If they ain't got Kevin Durant and LeBron is healthy, and his roster is healthy, I don't know if they're going to be able to beat LeBron.
Right.
All right, so I feel like this. I feel like LeBron's going to get at least one more championship before he retires. I feel like it got to be this year. So I feel like between the trade.
That's going to be tough.
I feel like, because think about this. We talking about legacy, right?
Yeah.
I don't know where you have LeBron ranked all time. Now, I got my all time. I feel like if he go out in year 20, averaging 20 points and better, that's 20 years of 20 points.
Dominance,
He get a championship this year, and he break Kareem record. Like, come on, man.
Right. Yeah, that's greatness. Yeah.
That's like.
I'm a certified LeBron hater, but I'm going to be honest. I hated LeBron. Back in his Miami days, Cleveland days, I was always a LeBron hater. But as soon as he joined the Lakers, it's like, you can't do nothing but respect greatness. The numbers he's putting up, the records he's breaking. Right. Like, it's like, all right.
Right.
You could be a hater, but you got to respect greatness. What he's doing right now.
So that's what I'm saying. That's like, I feel like he I feel like he don't have to have 6 rings like Jordan to be the go, because the most rings is 11.
Right, Bill Russell.
And people was calling, and I got a whole thing on this, so when y'all gonna be ready when I pull this out. They was calling Jordan the GOAT when he retired the first time after 3 rings. Some people was like, "Yo, he's the greatest basketball player of all time." So you the all-time leading scorer in the NBA. You got 4 championships. Mm-hmm. You win 3 chips with 3 different. I think a lot of people underestimate that because a lot of players try it. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna talk about superstars.
Right.
They get traded and they go to another team. This dude went to 3 teams.
Right, and won a championship in each team. That's a lot of accolades right there. Not everybody could say they did that.
Yeah. So I got my top 5. I don't know if I want to expose that yet. I'm gonna have to get you on the comeback. I'm gonna have to get you on the comeback for that one.
You can do that.
Because I want that to kind of be like a whole segment.
Yeah.
But I ain't even gonna throw it out there. I'm about to say, so let me say like this.
Yeah.
Like, I got my top 3. All right, so we got a caller. Let's see what this caller calling in and what they talking about. Yo, this is Mell from Queens. Sports Talk. You listening to WGJS Radio. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's going on, Mell? Jay, Long Island.
Yo, what's going on, Jay? I'm over here with Drew, man, and we just talking, man. You know, earlier we talked about Deshaun Watson. Right now we talking basketball, man. I was talking about the Christmas schedule. He liked Ja, and he liked that Golden State game on Christmas. You know what I mean? But whatever we was talking about, or if it's something else you want to throw out there, what you want to talk about today, man? Thank you for always supporting the show, man, calling in.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. There's a couple of things I want to dive into. I know.
When you say it like that, man, get ready, man.
I know. I'm listening.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. Y'all discussed. The first thing I would talk about is the Grizzlies versus the Warriors. Now, on Christmas, you really sleeping on Ja. And the reason why I say you're sleeping on Ja is...
Next caller.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm talking about, Jay.
Like, see, you made a couple of points. See, Luka, his stats look good, but he's not flashy, right? So you notice, like, in the NBA, as great as Luka is, right, and he's going to sell jerseys and things like that, but when it comes to, like, TV, people like the flashiness, right? That's why people love Jordan. People love, like, dudes like Westbrook, people love like LeBron. It's like they like the flashiness of a player, right? So Luka, like you were stating, is not really flashy, so he won't get as much. Let's say, like he ain't box office.
I mean, he got his moments, though. They call him Luka Magic for a reason. He got his moments
because of his stats. They call him Luka Magic because of his stats, not because really, like if you watch like a Mavericks game. Like, you see him compile stats, but it's like you ain't really entertained by watching him play. He's just getting stats. Like, Tim Duncan. It's like when Tim Duncan was playing. Tim Duncan was a great player, one of the best forwards ever. But you didn't really, like, when you watch him play, it was just like, okay, at the end of the day, you know, Duncan got his stats. So that's how, like, Luka is. Like, every night, you're getting the stats. Like, the difference between Luka and, like, Westbrook is, Westbrook get his stats, but Westbrook was box office. You know, as far as like the passes he used to throw, as far as the dunking, as far as all of, you know, his hustle, you cannot not notice Westbrook on the floor. Compared to Luka, you kind of get like look at the end of the night, and you be like, oh, okay, 28, 9 and 9. Like you can see it, but you don't really. It ain't really no excitement to it sometimes when you watch it. It's just him collecting stats throughout the game. So
you think?
So Ja.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So you think the NBA got it right? You think that's a good game for Christmas? Like you think that's the best game they could come up with?
Yeah, that's a perfect Memphis. Game. You can't get nothing better than that.
Like,
the reason why I say that is because
right there, kind of.
So you're just talking about this because of Ja.
The NBA set this up. Well, no, not just because of Ja. The NBA set this up, right?
Okay.
The NBA is slick, like you said. There's no Brooklyn on Christmas, which is absurd, right?
Now, let me say that. That's why I'm thinking that Kevin Durant is not going to be there. That's why I figured Kevin Durant won't be there because how you not going to have them? But go ahead, keep going.
Yeah, one of the two is not going to be there, or both of them. I think probably Westbrook is probably going to be there by himself on the desert.
You mean Kyrie?
So I think like maybe Westbrook might. No, Westbrook.
No, I'm talking about
Westbrook might be on the Nets by himself.
Oh, okay, got you.
I think like they're going to trade him.
Okay.
I think they're gonna trade him, and Westbrook probably gonna end up being by himself on the net. That's why they ain't put him on a Christmas schedule, because you know this stuff is written to me, in my opinion. But as far as Ja was talking smack the entire playoffs. Right. So they have to put Ja, and then Klay Thompson took a shot at what was his name?
Desmond Bain. Oh no, it's the center. Dylan Brooks.
No, he took Brooks. Yeah, Brooks. He took a shot at Brooks after they won, which, like I said, it's just entertainment part. So now they got this hype, like, it's like some type of, like, because Ja said if he was there, they wouldn't have won, right? So the NBA got to run it back. Even though it's not the playoffs, the NBA got to run it back because Ja was talking. Ja got to do a lot of following. So
pretty much because of Ja talking.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much because of Ja talking.
And it's going to be entertaining, too, because you got to remember, they won 2 games in the playoffs, the Grizzlies. So it's not like, oh, the Warriors going to spank them. The Memphis Grizzlies just talking smack just to talk. It's an actual competitive game. I think, me personally, I don't know. I feel like the Warriors going to win that game. But they definitely going to make it entertaining. Yeah. It's not going to be a walk in the park for the Warriors. I'll say that.
So if you want to, so if y'all want to just say just because I'm just getting is that the excitement is Ja. If y'all just want to say the excitement is Ja, I just feel like
One of the main factors. Yeah.
as far as like that's good. I just feel like I just feel like if you had LeBron and Steph, I don't feel like that. I don't feel like Ja and Steph is a bigger game.
Wait, who went
Yes,
Steph?
it is.
I don't like Ja Morant
LeBron is
and
LeBron
and Steph Curry on Christmas versus LeBron and Steph on Christmas. No,
They both big games. They both big games.
Nah, LeBron is like you living in the past with LeBron. LeBron, like
Should've been in the
like
past.
LeBron's another
Respecting
person out there.
greatness. That's what I'm saying. Not respecting
You
greatness.
living in the past with LeBron. LeBron
Didn't
is
he
not.
just break some records last
LeBron is
season?
not that dude no. LeBron is not that dude no more. Yeah, his stats look amazing. It's just the way the NBA is as far as the stats. You can get like the stats is amazing, but you watch LeBron. LeBron ain't.
Nah.
Like, LeBron ain't entertaining.
LeBron's still flying through the
LeBron is
air.
box office.
Nah,
He's box office.
nah.
He's box office still.
Let me say this real
Nah,
quick.
he ain't box office.
'Cause I feel like
that's why he's not.
the very thing you
box
said
office.
that separates him from Luka is the reason why he's still box office because he's still doing what Luka doing in year 19.
Right.
And he's still
At
like
38.
he's
Damn
still
near
coming
40.
through the lane. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's still
he's a
dunking
senior
on
citizen
you.
out here doing
so
crazy stuff.
I feel
Right.
like that's what makes him still box office, and people still, think about this. The Lakers didn't even make the playoffs. And they probably been talked about more in the offseason than
That's a fact.
anybody.
Yup.
Like
Yup.
they even get talked. You
Right
really
now they getting talked
Yeah,
about.
exactly.
LeBron about to play in the
Right.
Jamal Crawford League next Saturday. I think.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, he's definitely
Nah,
box office.
you
Nobody's talking about
confusing
Luka.
the media. Y'all confusing the media, right? Because LeBron is clickbait, right? Y'all confusing the media with the team. Like they took
it's
Lakers
hand-in-hand.
off a national TV schedule last year, right?
Sure.
And LeBron was on the team. AD was hurt, but LeBron was on the team, and they took the Lakers off of several national scheduled TV shows. Why? Because LeBron is not carrying no teams. Like LeBron, I'll tell you this: LeBron is great. I'm not gonna.
Hear that LeBron hater too. You can tell. You can hear it in his
Honestly,
voice.
I used to be the same way. I'm not gonna lie. I used to be the same
Nah,
way. Right.
LeBron is no, I'm not a hater. I'm saying that LeBron is great. We all know LeBron is great. But when you got new people, when you got new blood in the NBA, Ja is that new blood. It's like whether you want to accept it or not, you out of the loop.
No, I know. I'm saying. I'm saying.
Any of these towns right now, and you tell people to mention a player, Ja name a young player. Ja name coming up more than all these dudes. I'm not talking about old heads that been in the league for 15 and 20 years.
Right.
I'm saying if you name a young player right now,
Right.
he gonna come up before Luka.
Listen,
Now,
all I'm
Luka,
saying is this. Wait, hold on.
Luka,
All I'm saying is
him and
okay.
Luka 1 and 2 or 1A, 1B. But outside of Luka, you mentioned you ask anybody, give me one young player right now.
Trae
Ja
Young.
I bet you.
Trae
90%
Young.
of the time, no. 90% of
Nah,
the time,
he got more
Ja
buzz than Trae Young.
coming out.
Yo, I'm taking
That
Trae
ain't
Young
no-
over Ja.
Nah.
I'm taking Trae Young over Ja.
Nah.
Because Trae Young, he's smaller, but I feel like he give you more. I feel like he give you more. He give you more
threes.
points. He give you more assists. I feel like he probably. I gotta look at his rebounding, but I would take Trae Young right now over Ja.
All right, so let me ask you a question. Would you say Ja Morant led his team to the playoffs, or as a team they got themselves to the playoffs?
Now that's the
Grizzlies.
thing. I say both because I'm not going to disrespect Ja, but Memphis they had one of the better records when Ja wasn't there out of any stars
That's
in
true.
the NBA.
I forgot
So
about that. That's true.
Fact.
I think
they
won
probably
20
only
games
lost.
without him, right?
Yeah, they only lost about 2 or 3 games,
Right.
maybe 5 games. So
Right.
you winning 20-something games with your star going, and you know what I mean. You only lose 5. I'm not saying Ja's not a difference maker because I like Ja. I don't want y'all to think that I'm killing his character. I just feel like that. Because of where we are right now, and we talking about LeBron chasing the history, we talk about chasing the scoring records all year, so that's going to be on watch. You year 20. I just feel like that Golden State and that Lakers is still a better rivalry. I'm talking media. Forget about what people make. I'm talking about media, TV,
Right.
all of that stuff. I just feel like that's still
It's a better
a
game.
better rivalry.
Okay.
But yo, Jay,
that's
what
sounds like
else you
somebody-
want to throw out there real quick? Go ahead.
Okay, that rivalry you talking about sound like somebody older talking. That's not the younger generation. That's not the new crowd. The new crowd, I'm
wanna
just
see
keeping
Ja.
100. The new crowd, they want to see Ja. I'm saying the new crowd, Ja is that.
That's a fact.
Ja is Allen Iverson.
Hold on,
you know how
watch
people
this.
love Allen Iverson?
Who's
That's what Ja is to the new crowd. Is he's their Allen Iverson.
Jay? Hold on one
Or
second.
they-
AI stamped
Cause
him
I
himself.
hold on, Jay. While y'all calling, while he doing this, I want to see who sold more jerseys, Ja or LeBron. All right, keep going.
It's probably
Let's see.
LeBron. I mean,
That's what I'm
LeBron is
saying.
he's still the
So
face of the
that's the
NBA,
thing.
but give it some time.
So if he's the face of the NBA, why would you not want the face of the NBA on Christmas?
He's not the face of the NBA.
Aren't they
He's
playing
a
on
business.
Christmas,
Well,
though,
this
still?
is what I'm trying to tell you.
Huh?
Who are they playing? They
They
playing
play
still.
now.
They
They
playing Denver, right?
Dallas.
Or
That's
Dallas.
What,
Oh,
I was
that's a
like,
trash
that's what I'm
game.
saying.
That's
So
a
you
bad
got
They
number
should have
one.
matched them with the Clippers or something.
You got Dallas and the Lakers. That game is trash. You got.
You can't use that argument though, Mel. Let me tell you why, real quick.
All right.
Real quick. Let me tell you why.
They not trash.
You
But
said LeBron, who got the most jerseys, right? If we using that, then that means Jordan the face of the NBA. Because who sold the most sneakers?
But Jordan ain't playing. I'm talking about players that's playing that you can put in front of the fans.
So we can't. That's my point. No, that's
No,
my point.
you no. I know. Wait, hold on.
Because LeBron has a 20-year head start on. LeBron has a 20-year head start on Ja, right? Or a 17-year head start. So we can't use jersey sales as a metric of who's box office in the NBA because LeBron is always going to outsell Ja for right now because his brand is way bigger.
I
than
disagree. Because that's why I disagree. Because right now, Zion probably didn't even play. Right? Maybe in the last year.
Barely.
And I guarantee his jersey's still probably selling like crazy, right?
Probably still
So
up
when
there.
you're talking about fans watching the games, right? That was your point that you made. You pretty much said, forget about what people say. Forget about TV. You said because that's a different market, the media and stuff like that, right? So if we're talking about that TV market, LeBron still fits in that TV market, and that's why he's selling jerseys still. And I think he's probably still one of the top. I would say this. I don't know if he's number one right now, but I know he got to be top 5.
I bet you if you did, I bet
Yo.
you Google right now. I bet you if you Google top NBA jerseys right now, I guarantee Ja and probably Luka will probably be in this and B because he's in like the Philly market, so he's in a bigger market. So and B might be up there, but dude that's in a bigger market is going to be up there, of course. But I guarantee Ja probably going to be over Zion and all these other young dudes.
All right, so Fashion Sizzle just commented, right? And the comment is LeBron is the man.
LeBron is the top selling jersey, by the way. It goes LeBron, Steph, and Giannis. I don't know how Giannis is in there, but yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like
And KD,
you talk about
number 4. My
right.
guy,
We
KD.
so let's keep going. Matter of fact, keep going.
And then you got Tatum at 5.
Luka,
at 6.
Trey. Look,
Trey, yup.
Phil,
and then,
see,
and
look.
Ja at a number 8.
So Trey, Trey, and Luka, right? They all came in around the same time. So they 6, 7, and 8, right? But now you see what I'm saying.
Perfect.
All right, Rich. Yo, good looking, Rich. So he's LeBron is number 1 in jersey sales. So we talking about this. People are still going to go out and buy a LeBron jersey more than anybody else. I don't want to care about no head start because the other old heads should have their jersey. They old.
Gotta respect greatness. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They should have their jersey. We talk about this year alone.
Yeah.
As bad as the Lakers were, LeBron still had the number 1 selling jersey.
Yeah. Gotta respect
That's
it.
because LeBron is a brand. LeBron is a brand like Jordan's a brand.
Nah,
That's why I want to wait. Hold on. You
the
proving my
schools,
point.
all of that stuff,
Wait,
the liquor. Got all that stuff.
you proving my point. That's the reason why I want him on Christmas against Golden State because his brand plus Steph
It's gonna be crazy.
is bigger. To me, like it's bigger.
Yeah. They should have. Yeah, that's gonna be a bad game. I'm not gonna lie. Lakers and Dallas.
I'd rather see Dallas and Memphis, Luka and Ja. I'd rather see the young boys go at it. I'd rather see Luka and Ja go at it. You got the young boys and you got the older
The
dudes.
Grizzlies, they earned that game against the Warriors. They earned that game, and that's gonna be a good game.
All right,
They
let me
earned
ask you a
that.
question. This is my last thing, right? Who you think who are bigger brands? Jay-Z or NBA YoungBoy?
Jay-Z. Right,
All right,
right
Jay-Z.
now.
No, not right now. No, not
Young
right
Boy,
now.
But
Not
overall,
right now.
Jay-Z. Young Boy's getting up there though.
Jay-Z's still a bigger brand.
Right.
Jay-Z a bigger brand. But when it comes to music, NBA YoungBoy is more popular. So
Right
Jay-Z always going to outsell him on music. So right now, nobody want to see Drake and Jay-Z go ahead. But they would want to see a concert with NBA YoungBoy and Drake. Not because Jay-Z ain't great and he don't have a brand.
Right.
Oh,
It's because
Fashion Sizzle said Jay-Z.
I'm talking about the younger crowd. I'm talking about the younger crowd. Like that, and that's what I'm trying to tell you is we can't use.
I don't think you
jersey
could use
styles
that. I don't think you could use that because right now, if you're
because
saying right now,
if LeBron was think about this last question thing, right? If LeBron was such a draw, right, they would never have took him off of primetime TV when he was healthy. They would never have did that.
yo, come on,
If he was
man.
a draw.
I just think
come on now.
the Lakers
They
at that
took
time
LeBron-
when they took him off,
When they do that, I remember
when they took him off, that was like what towards the end of the season.
They didn't take their games off the TV,
No.
did they?
I think I remember. I think I remember
They played
one
their last-
game.
They played their. I remember their last 2 games.
That was
I
like the
remember.
first quarter. That was like the first. That was like they wasn't even halfway through the season. They started pulling Laker games.
I
And
didn't
this is
know
where
that.
LeBron.
Nah,
I don't remember that. I don't remember that.
Yeah, they first game they snatched was they took the Lakers off, and put Phoenix Suns game. I forgot who the Suns was.
But that was an injury
They
game.
took them off.
That was an injury game.
No, LeBron was.
No, but LeBron. I mean, at the end of the day, like that was an injury game. That was a bad injury game, and they replaced that game with Who they replaced that game? I forgot who they replaced that game, but it was a reason why.
But I'm saying they were doing that all season.
Right,
With the
LeBron
Lakers.
is the draw.
They was snatching they primetime games the rest of the season. That's when LeBron.
I don't know. I even remember a game on TV when LeBron was injured and they had Westbrook and it still was on national.
Yeah.
National. I don't remember.
Like they were so bad that people wanted to see them get spanked
Bird,
every game. That's how bad
so
they were.
I gotta go look at see how many national games they got pulled off and win. I gotta see how many.
They started pulling the Lakers.
I know towards the end they was playing with their games because it was like clutch time for them. If they won like their last few games, they could have made the play-in or something like that.
Yeah, I want you to make this last comment, guy.
All right, my last comment is I just want to make it clear. LeBron is great. LeBron is one of the GOATs in history.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to make that clear that LeBron is.
Now, when somebody started like that, man, you just watch the second part. When they say that, I want to make it clear.
It's like, but
no, exactly.
you
keep listening, guy.
I got that little hate in there.
Right, exactly. Let's go. Because if you want to make it clear, all you have to do is say your comments. So now you set me up right now for something else. I hear it. I hear it in your tone. But
I'm just saying. This is my last comment. What I'm saying is, I'm not taking nothing away from LeBron. LeBron is great. He's one of the GOATs. But right now,
there you go. Okay, there we go.
You asked why. Your question was why are the Grizzlies prime time over the Lakers? And I'm telling you, it's because of Ja Morant, and he is that dude right now when it comes to the streets, when it comes to social media. He's that guy.
We just showed you he's not though.
He's
not even. Remember, I said I'd take Trae Young over Ja.
I don't know why, but yeah.
But Ja, he ain't even selling more jerseys than Trae. He ain't selling more jerseys than Luka. That's his class. They came in the same time together. Mm-hmm. So when we talking about who's supporting who, like, what's good?
Right.
You know what I mean? The numbers don't lie.
Right.
And they don't even have Trae Young on the schedule. Yo, thanks for calling, Jay. So let's run through this Christmas schedule real quick. They got the Knicks and Sixers, man. Come on. Like,
my
I like the Knicks.
Is a diehard Knicks fan, but the Knicks they would never get it done.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, think about it. The Knicks and Sixers. How you not gonna have Brooklyn?
Right. I'd rather see
And the
Brooklyn and the
Sixers.
76ers, to be honest.
You know what I mean? Like,
Knicks, they just got who? Brunson, the savior.
Right. Exactly.
That's crazy.
Now, I like that. All the moves they made so far this offseason, I like it.
The Knicks.
Really?
I
like all they moves because I feel like it keeps them in the play as a playoff contending team.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
And I feel like they have enough. If they have one more player, they could have enough to at least to get out the first round.
Right.
Outside of that, they just going to be regular, just running up and down the court, and you know what I mean. It's going to be a wrap.
Make it to the first round, and that's it.
You got the Bucks.
First round team.
You got the Bucks and Celtics. That's a good one.
That's a good game, yeah.
You already know I talked about the Grizzlies and the Warriors, and the Suns and Nuggets.
I'm not
like the Nuggets. Like, I mean, I understand you want to put Jokic out there,
right?
But I just don't like.
Yeah, I don't watch Nuggets games.
I don't like that. Yeah, Knicks always choke. Facts, man. Facts. I feel like the problem is with the Knicks is that the Knicks, and that's why I've probably never been a Knicks fan. The Knicks just don't know how to pick players and build them the right way. Because when they have certain players, they don't build a team around them correctly,
right?
Or they don't have the players, and you're just playing with like average role players for you know what I mean, for years. So. I just think I don't know. I feel like outside of just say Golden State and Boston, what other game is really on Christmas Day that you really gonna get up for? Like I said, you got the Sixers, you got the Knicks and Sixers, you got the Lakers and Dallas, you got the Bucks, you got the Golden State, and you got the Suns. So what really excites you outside of maybe Golden State and the Bucks and Boston?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like nothing else really excites you. Listen, man, I like Murray and I like Porter, but they're gonna be like the Utah Jazz of the '90s. They're gonna be like the Seattle Supersonics of the '90s. They're gonna be those type of teams. Like,
and hopefully Murray played the same too, because he came coming back with an ACL injury, right?
Yeah, even Porter
and Porter too.
Even Porter. You know what I mean? I like his game, but I just don't feel like that. I don't really see them as like two all-time 50 greatest type players. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, you look at like, you know, LeBron and Wade. I don't see that in like Jokic Murray.
Right,
I don't
right.
see like a Kobe and Shaq. I don't see like a Durant and Steph or something like that, or Clay. Like, I feel like they're good.
They're not good enough though.
They're gonna be competitive, but I don't know about that one. So, I don't know. That's my beef. But I do think maybe because the NBA are trying to push out some of the older stars,
Yeah.
then they trying to push. Like, I don't even know how Zion even make Christmas.
Hilarious. It's gonna be interesting to see where KD goes. I'm excited to see where he goes. If
Will
he
you-
stays in Brooklyn or if they get rid of him. That's my favorite player, by the way. You know
So-
what I'm saying? Easy money sniper. Kevin
So
Durant.
now I've been hearing like a lot of stuff, right? And Danny Ainge, he's bugging, man. He out here trying to pull what he did to the Nets. Like, remember with the KG and the Paul Pierce trade, and he just
that's the
he
owner of
raped
the team?
Nets. Yeah, he just
okay.
destroyed that trade, man. He got that's the reason why Boston got Tatum and Brown, all these dudes. Those are the Nets picks.
Right. Oh my God. Yeah. Damn. We could have had.
Yeah, you know what I mean. They gave him up for old KG, Paul Pierce,
Yeah.
Jason Terry. That
Yeah. And
that
people was hyped about that. I remember
Yeah,
that trade.
yeah,
We was
yeah.
like, we about to win the championship.
Exactly.
We got the best players
Yeah,
in the league.
yeah.
Nope.
And they had Joe Johnson.
I remember he was a problem. I ain't gonna lie. Joe Johnson was a problem.
But those
He was
dudes,
nice.
they fall when I pressure. They just ain't built like that. Like,
Yeah, they was
Williams, man. I ain't gonna lie. I thought they had a shot, but once I saw Williams and Joe Johnson, I'm like, nah, this is a wrap. Some dudes just ain't got that pumping in their heart. Like, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, they time.
yeah, so it is what it is, man. So at the end, so right now, you feel like who you feel like is the best player in the league?
In the league right now?
Yeah.
The best player. That's a good question. That's tough.
I'm still gonna say Giannis. I'm gonna go.
Give it to Giannis.
I feel like the last 3 years he's been the best.
I'm gonna say Curry. And I'm gonna say Curry then KD. I'm gonna say Curry only because they just won a championship and he broke the record. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Curry. That's what I'm going. Right
I can
now.
respect Curry because he just won a chip. You know what I mean? He been doing it. So if you want to say like coming into this season, okay, I can give you that.
With all the hate too. You know what I'm saying? They pushed through the injuries.
Oh, Steph?
Yeah.
Okay. Because he a champ. I in the finals.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I
he
can
put
rock
on
with-
too. He showed up.
Yeah.
It's not like he just.
Yeah.
He showed up. He showed up.
I think I still would kind of give Greek the better player, but I got to give it to the champ. You know what I mean, for this year coming in. So I'll put Greek number 2. So, all right, so this is the last question. Where you want to see Kevin Durant end up at? Because it's looking like it's either going to be Miami.
I don't want to see him in Miami.
You want to see him in Miami?
No,
I think
see him
I do
in
for
Miami.
one. Why do you want to see him in Miami?
Miami's just not. I mean, they're a good team, but I'm not a Miami fan. I'm not a Jimmy Butler fan. I'm not an Adebayo fan. Like
You don't like Butler?
Nah, I just don't like Butler.
Yeah.
Nah. That's just not my team.
I feel like if they can keep Butler, if they can keep Bam, you know what I mean? Because they're going to have to choose between Bam and Hero.
Right.
You know what I mean? So do
They're
you
gonna
want
have to
the
give up
shooting?
They're gonna have to give us some players too.
Right.
They want KD.
Yeah.
So is that team really gonna be the same?
So here's my thing. If you give up Bam and you give up Tyler Hero and draft pick, if I'm Miami, that's the furthest I'm going.
Right.
I really don't want to give up Bam and Tyler Hero, but I feel like they're a lot easier to replace.
Right.
You can always bring back Whiteside or free agency.
Right. And you can always get a
And
shooter.
plug him in the middle. And you got like Ben. I always been a fan of Ben McLemore, even though he really never found his way as a shooter. But sometimes you put people in the right situation,
Right.
he might be the, you know what I mean,
Right.
show what he do as shooting wise. I'm talking about as a shooter.
Right. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like if anything, I hope KD stays in Brooklyn then.
Yeah.
Him, Ben Simmons. If Kyrie stays, we'll see. It's probably looking like a dub. He might leave.
Yeah.
You still got Seth, the shooter.
Right.
They need a better center too.
Yeah, they need
a better center.
definitely, yeah.
A big reason why they
Right.
lost last season was that. What's his name? Clarkson, I think his name was, the skinny guy.
Oh, yeah,
He's
yeah.
terrible. He was terrible.
Well, I blame the coach for that because
Steve Nash is terrible, too.
why you ain't playing LaMarcus Aldridge?
Aldridge, yeah.
He a perimeter shooter. He
Yeah.
a big, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Stretch the floor. He a
Yeah.
veteran. There's no reason why he shouldn't have been playing.
They should have gave Blake Griffin some more minutes too, because when the minutes when he was coming in, he was hustling. He was doing his thing, and you could see it.
Yeah,
was
Blake,
doing
he a
his thing.
hustler. I just don't know if Blake have it in him right now, but he definitely be out there hustling.
Yeah.
So, yo, we thank y'all, man, for checking out the show, man. I had to just bring Drew up here, right, man, doing the show, man. Appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir.
Yo, you always welcome to come back again.
Nah, this thing is cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you
y'all
for
listen.
having me.
Yeah, no problem, man. And this is Mel from Queens Sports Talk. You watching WGJS Radio and listening to it. Thank you. continue to support the network, and just continue to support the show. We thank y'all, man. Appreciate it.
Peace.
Time move here, Gary.
Talk about elevating and linger. Jermaine Griffin says, well, if Kobe can't do it, maybe it's my turn to take over. I'm the second leading scorer on this team.